It's another piece on Ethan Klein. I watched a video from this guy yesterday, Smart Avocado. It's pretty good. Ethan Klein in self-sabotage, blah, blah, blah. We did a reaction. Somebody do this one. It's called Ethan Klein and the Cult of Wokeness. Crazy stuff. Let's get this going.
It's about rational thought. It's about cutting through the bullshit. Okay?
Whoa.
Whether you're on the left or the right. This is not a politically affiliated show. It never has been. We're about cutting through the bullshit. Nobody cares to listen and understand. Everybody just hates each other. Each side, the left and right, see each other as the death, not as...
That's why I'm wearing this hat that promotes freedom and equality. Right? It's make pee poo poo great again. Not endorsed. Not sponsored. I'm just part of the movement. The bowel movement.
It's like human beings with compassion. People who are worth listening to and trying to understand why they feel that way.
Yeah, Genesis.
Because
yep, that was a good system. I like Sega Genesis.
H2H Productions will never be a safe space for anyone.
How come he looks like TikTok?
Because I promise you...
You know what I mean? Like with the filters. Like this looks like the TikTok logo. Maybe the older one. Yeah, like the TikTok. That kind of. Yeah, like the older one. Looks kind of like a TikTok logo now. Get this up on the screen. All right, you get my point. You get my point. My head hurts so bad from last segment.
H2H Productions will never be a safe space for anyone.
Whoa. Whoa.
Once upon a time, in fact not long ago, a new hybrid of thinking emerged.
Oh my god, what's Black Mirror now? We've gone into the Black Mirror.
It was unlike anything the world had ever seen. The virus was eating away the minds of Gen Z and millennials alike, killing all critical thinking and tolerance for others. It consumed one of the founding fathers, one of the most prominent figures of modern-day YouTube, an original pioneer of politically incorrect comedy and grit.
Was he really part of like politically incorrect comedy? I just thought he was funny. Yeah, man, 2020 was crazy, dude. I don't know what happened, but everybody was home and everybody thought that they were an activist. They all pretended. Then the way that they did their activism, black squares online. There's nothing more powerful than putting a black square in your profile picture, of course. But that was pretty much what happened. And it was a hell of a year. It's a hell of a year.
His name, Ethan Klein. In the dark shadows of the night, researchers looked tirelessly for answers, leaving no stone unturned. They decided to study Ethan. He was a case study of an enigma, unbeknownst to many. It was the fastest they'd ever seen someone become woke. They needed answers. How did this happen?
It's like the fucking Terminator.
Why did this happen? If we can find the answer, maybe we can find a cure. Their only option was to analyze the change in Ethan's behavior over time, and to look for clues of when this progressive strain took hold.
Maybe it's the antidepressants, like Sneeko says, dude. Maybe he's right.
And that, my friends, is where our journey begins.
All right. Why is it so fucking loud, dude? Oh my lord. Oh my god. It's so loud it makes me want to go Costco shopping. I don't know why, but
Something's happening to me. I haven't felt this in a while.
My name is Avocado. I'm a researcher at the Woke Institute of Wokeology in China.
Vagina or China?
My name is Avocado. I'm a researcher at the Woke Institute of Wokeology in China.
Why avocado? Why is this like the new fucking toast in my house, bro? Why is this the new like super fruit food? It's not a fruit, it's a vegetable. What is it? Is an avocado a fruit or a vegetable? Dude, I don't even know what's happening. Is it a nut? Are nuts fruits? I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm so fucking confused.
I study ideological diseases. When I first began to study Ethan, I started to watch his old videos. I genuinely couldn't believe my eyes. They were hilarious.
Yes, it is I, Whiteface Man. All insults and sensitivity bounces off me like the light hitting Antarctica.
He was nuanced and intentional. I actually wish I could be friends with this Ethan, but that Ethan is long gone.
Just because you were offended by...
What is this?
I wish I could be friends.
Are these all? Oh, these are all slurs.
With this Ethan, but that...
The B word. I could say all these. A word. Asshole. B word is the B word. My mom said I can't say it. C word. My mom also said I couldn't say it. F word I could say. Frick.
Ethan is long gone.
Just because you were offended by a joke doesn't mean that the joke was inherently offensive. I need to turn on the siren for the joke police. Hold on. Just because you were offended by a joke doesn't mean that the joke was inherently offensive.
You know what's crazy? Like, I don't know. They have these. I keep going to stores and they have like these miniature ones. I went to Big Lots and I went to Kohl's. And they have these like mini ones of those, like whatever the speakers phones are. And you turn it on to yell into it. It doesn't work. None of them work. Went through the whole store. None of them work. It's crazy.
As I began to watch Ethan's videos, one thing became clear. People used to criticize Ethan for the same things he criticizes people for today.
What's
They
that?
called him racist, transphobic, right-winger,
Well, I think that transphobic thing was because he made like a silly joke about his balls touched the fucking toilet or something.
and Ethan was brave enough to debunk these claims and call people out
My dick just touched the inside of the toilet bowl. There is no solution. I'm cutting my dick off. Yeah, they said that was transphobic. That's fucking crazy.
for their stupid behavior.
These jokes harm our community. Murder and suicide are rampant. I'm not offended. It's that it's important for me to fight to the end these tragedies. Okay, Martin Luther King just made a little joke about chopping my dick off. Not time to march on Washington, D.C.
He didn't bend to the will of woke ideologues.
What's up, baby? You okay? Yeah, what's up? I'm not going crazy. What do you mean? Oh, come here. My wife is, come here. I'll show you what happened. Come here. I'm going to show my wife why I was going crazy before. She's curious. Yeah, just shut up. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right, put the earbuds. Put an earbud in. Here, take this one. I'll show you what happened. What was going so crazy? You got it in there? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close them.
I'm not closing them.
Close them. Keep it closed. All right, I'll show you what happened as to like what something was going crazy. This is what happened. It's not good. Here we go. Banger. The thing is that we didn't do it like this. What we did is this. That's what happened. That's what. Fuck. My ears are tating right now. That's what we did.
Oh, I could get this department to help, blah, 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 and I'm just here.
Who's cursing?
You car.
Who's cursing?
Alex Nato super chatted $5. I love and miss you, Mama Gut. I hope to hear from you on Papa's channel more in the future.
Baby, they said they missed you. They said that they missed you. All right, I'm gonna do more work. Love you. We had to show her what goblin mode was. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand what goblin mode is. Back to the video.
Some would argue his original success was fueled by his ability to make fun of left-wing radicals. He preached togetherness and called out the left for dehumanizing those with different political views than them.
Stop thinking about everyone as the devil, okay? The person on the left side from you and on the right side, they're just as human as you are. I promise.
He made multiple videos shitting on the hypocrisy of woke leftists. Ethan would push back on people and the mind virus that robbed people of their ability to understand humor.
Put down your fucking pitchfork, okay? Lower your emotional shield. Don't get triggered and listen to them.
Yeah.
The fabric of society is
I
truly damaged right now.
He would also push back and denounce identity politics and the games the left would play. He made fun of how progressives would villainize whiteness and use minority groups as a pawn to push progressive agendas.
2017 resolutions for white guys. How do you think the alternate version of these videos would go over? 2017 resolution for black guys. 2017
Yeah, maybe. I agree.
resolution for Mexicans. Stay tuned. Things are going to get spicy.
Yeah.
Ethan would also
agree.
stick up for those with other belief systems than him. He defended conservatives. He had integrity because Ethan was a peacemaker. He wasn't an ideologue, and frankly, rejected the politicization of everything.
It's because normal people
Yeah.
who aren't racist, who aren't misogynist, are tired of being called fucking racist, misogynist.
We are now under a total Republican rule. Textbook fascism. Fuck you, white America. Fuck you. You racist, misogynistic pieces of shit. Good night.
Pieces of shit by people like you, because people are tired of being like, feel like they're racist, misogynist pieces of shit from the social justice warrior movement, where you can't possibly say anything without.
I think he also criticized like Joey Salads around this time too for like creating this BLM thing where he's like, "Oh, what do you think about Black Lives Matter?" Everybody was like, all the white people were so peaceful about it. And then when he said, "What do you think about Black Lives Matter?" Oh, excuse me. They say, "What do you think about Black Lives Matter?" to white people, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's fine, but I don't get it." But then when they say, what about white lives matter to black people, they would fucking go around and destroy cars. Like, it was the setup to make black people look like violent fucking criminals. So it's not like he didn't call out both sides in different capacities.
Without offending someone, this cult of outrage.
What do you think about humongous? Do you think he was actually trying to tell her that he had a humongous penis, though? Sometimes I think about that. I'm like, maybe he really was. I have no idea. Who cares?
People are sick.
I mean, if it did happen, that would be rude. But it just seemed like an old guy having a little bit of fun, like humongous. Like Michael Hunt. Nah, that one's inappropriate. Sorry. But you get my point.
And I think that had a huge part to play with why Trump won. So in a way, Lacey, I think you should congratulate yourself because you and people like you probably did more to elect Trump than he ever did himself.
His entire fan base, the ones who gave him money and fame, would soon be ostracized by
money and fame.
Ethan, when he radically transformed into a cultural yes man to toe the party line of woke hypocrisy, the very thing he set out to destroy.
To make an informed and rational decision. So where do you think that I'm wrong on that?
Steven, do you know that the Spartans are like practice man love with children?
Oh, geez. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. What did I tell you? He was going to do.
Listen, like, first of all, foremost, I didn't like the fact that Ethan pulled this because, like, my thing is if you say you're going to have a conversation with him, I feel like my ears are, like, actually bleeding. Fuck. Because if you said you're gonna have a conversation with Crowder, you should have like done some research and got like ready to argue back and forth. But either way, I can understand not wanting to have a conversation with fucking Crowder. Like, I get a conversation with someone like Ben Shapiro. I totally get it. People who difference in opinion, but this dude like made a mockery of George Floyd's death. You don't have to think George Floyd's a fucking martyr or a hero to understand that, like, the massive amount of like insensitivity and shit. This guy's an asshole. Like, I don't really know what you want me to tell you. Like, if I was gonna sit down and have a conversation with somebody like with a nuanced kind of perspective, it wouldn't be Steven Crowder because I don't think that nuance really is able to exist. I would sit down with like Shapiro and shit like that. It makes perfect sense. But Crowder's just like fundamentally disrespectful. That's what it really comes down to. It's not even a difference in opinion. It's like fundamental disrespect, It goes like way too far.
Do anything he could to avoid. Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Cedar. What a fucking nightmare. I had no idea this was going to happen. How about you get
Steven, show yourself, you coward.
Yeah, this was going to happen. How about you get
Steven, show yourself, you coward.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of Ethan Klein stuff with the new Peterson is scary. The new Jordan Peterson is a little bit crazy, like, not for nothing. And that's the thing, is I feel like in the way that Ethan kind of went, too far, a little bit crazy to the left, Jordan went a little crazy to the right. Frankly, I don't know. The thing is that the things that Jordan have said, in my opinion, are worse than like anything Ethan said, even if I disagree with Ethan. I mean, I remember listening to Jordan talk about how, like, support the narrative that we're only, like, manufacturing more trans people because it makes money for like, pharmaceutical companies. That's when you get that conspiratorial or conspiracy-esque or whatever the word is, I feel like you've gone, like, crazy. I understand a reluctance of trans people. I understand wanting to have the conversation, not getting it. I get all those things. But when you go to a point where you're like, oh, I think that this is happening because like fucking we can sell, like, it's just good for business. I'm like, come on, bro. Like you're going too much into a conspiracy. It's getting a little bit too crazy. That's the thing is it goes too far. And I wish I could sit down with the guy. And unfortunately, Ethan had an opportunity to do that, and he had Hassan to sit down and like ask questions like, hey, Hassan, can you help me guide me, ask questions? Can you help me debunk potential talking points he's got? He just didn't do it,
You should bomb that building. Expect the young men to be a talk to.
Otakus? Is that what he said?
That building. Expect the young men to be a talk to.
He said young men are otakus. Isn't that like a OTAKU? What is an otaku? A young person who's obsessed with computers or particular aspects of popular culture to the detriment of other social skills. Oh, Ethan's right. He didn't say that, but I don't know what he said, and it sounded what he said.
You should bomb that building. Expect the young men to be a talk to.
Yeah, young men are otakus. We have too many otakus. That's true. The disheartening downfall of H3H3 Productions, the mental decline of H3H3 Productions.
Was he afraid of getting canceled?
Ethan Klein, the king of toxicity.
Simply mold his personality into someone he thought people wanted him to be. Is the real Ethan still inside him? Is that why he's lashing out at the world? Does he feel a deep resentment because he misses the man he used to be?
I don't know, man. I don't think it's that deep. I think Ethan's got a little sussy, but I don't think it's that deep, you know?
Researchers watched thousands of hours of videos. Nothing made sense. All of his original content a few years back was making fun of everything he had become. If the virus could choose anyone, why would it choose him? How did it choose him? He was the most unlikely candidate. All the signs indicated he was immune. If the virus got him, that means that it could get us too. Did the mind virus mutate?
Oh, so all I'm gonna say is like it's interesting that like I understand Ethan's gone go crazy, but it's weird that people will be like, I really miss the old edgy Ethan jokes, and then when Ethan makes really edgy jokes about the NRA, you guys are like, I hate this type of edgy joke. You know, feels like part of the motivation might be that you miss the dunking on progressives and not necessarily the liberals. You know, or, I mean, you miss the dunking on liberals, but not the conservatives. You know,
Kate, is this a hybrid strain? Everywhere we looked, the answers weren't clear. That wasn't until... but of course.
Oh, you are so fucking brain dead. Just come on the stream, jackass. Here, dude. Here, you want to fucking come on the stream? Go ahead. Get on the stream, dude. Get on the stream. You've been begging to be on the stream.
Oh, that was Too Mad. And then he never let Too Mad on there, I think. I think it really started with Trisha Paytas. I think somehow Trisha Paytas became like the fucking progressive icon magically because Ethan basically lent her some credibility, and then she virtue signaled to like fucking, you know, bullshit. Like she pretended to be trans and everything. And then like he got like an audience, a weird audience, and then he's been kind of like, you know, getting that feedback loop from that particular audience. Is that a red MAGA hat? Hell yeah, brother. Make pee-pee poo-poo again, baby. Make pee-pee poo-poo again.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.